Alrighty everyone, we're back with the E38. Haven't done a video in a while. This one isn't going to be nothing too spectacular, just how to use this diagnostics tool I have. It's the BM2 by icarsoft. It can be used OBD systems on anything 96 and newer, but primarily it is for BMW. Anybody who's familiar with the E38 knows that your 96 and up diagnostic OBD port is over here to the left of where your cup holders would be. And that's where we have this thing hooked up to now. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the ins and outs of how you use this machine. And it can apply to other regular vehicles or some BMWs, not others. And we'll get more into that in a minute. But as you see, the ignition's on. We're just sitting here. Engine's not. So upon powering it up, you get diagnose, settings, and help. I've actually never clicked help, but I'm going to assume it just tells you how to work this thing. Settings, language English, unit of measurement. I have that on Imperial, of course, because we use Fahrenheit and other such things around here. None of that metric nonsense. Alright, under diagnose, we have OBD2. You can use this on any vehicle, BMW and Mini. So we'll go to OBD2 for now. I believe what this is doing is going to figure out which maybe operating system this thing uses, type of how we can interface with it computer-wise. Don't know. Alright, so what we have is the MIL status, off of course. The engine light's not illuminated when we're driving. There are no diagnostic trouble codes in ECU. We have all 8 readiness complete. None are incomplete, and there's only 2 not supported. Okay, so that's easy enough. Oh, and over here your buttons are, you can go up, down, left, right, OK, escape, or I'm guessing that's like information or something maybe. Alright, so we can read codes, erase codes, check the IM readiness status, data stream, freeze frame, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so read codes. Suppose we had any codes or we want to find out, hit OK. Vehicle has none. If it did, it would show us those. Erase codes. If you had codes, you go in here to erase them, clear, blah, blah, blah. In my case, I'll just cancel. But if you had fixed something on the car and you wanted to erase them, that's how you do it. Readiness, if you're curious if you'll pass your state inspection, which I believe anything 2000 and under, you can have 2 not readies. You have to have 0 faults, and then in, I believe, 01 and up, you're only allowed 1 not ready. You can do since they were cleared this drive cycle, either which apply to me. Mine are all ready. Data stream. This will not work while the car's off, I don't think, but let's, for shits and giggles, see if we can view anything at all with the engine not running. This is generally how you look at your oxygen sensors to see if they're working. Right, so yeah, we got not much going on here. It does give me the engine temperature, though, at 177 degrees. Now, when this is running, we do get stuff, fuel system, those have numbers, and there's all kinds of things, like you can look at the RPMs, in which case is nothing, speed's nothing, the car's not moving. Intake air temperature 73 degrees, so I'm guessing it measures under the hood somehow. It's 54 degrees out now, according to the car. So oxygen sensor voltage. So I haven't actually looked at these with just the ignition on, so I'm guessing normal then for you to have a constant voltage maybe while the engine's not running. While the engine's running, this number jumps up and down and up and down and up and down, which is what you want to see if your oxygen sensors are actually working. And I'll probably demonstrate that and then show you what that looks like. But we'll do that later, because what we want to look at is, and you can do an O2 sensor test. I've never tried it with the engine off. I'm going to guess you can't do that. Yeah, so all these things I did do while it was running. But for the purposes of you being able to hear what I'm saying, the engine is not running right now. We can demonstrate that, though, later. But you can do your 4 oxygen sensors. The one in front, or I guess that's what, pre and post cat, bank 1 and 2. So you are able to do quite a few things with this, and this is just on the, you can actually test the evap system. I believe it checks the purge valve and all kinds of weird stuff like that. If you wanted to know if your evap system is working properly. And yes, I do want to exit that because we don't need to be in here at the moment. Okay, so BMW. Now, in a normal BMW, that's going to be like post 2001, so like 2002 and up, I would also be able to do everything BMW related from this port right here. And the reason we can't is because in 96, right, the Americans, you had to have a standard OBD2 port that can connect with your all your ignition system stuff. You know, and California is the one who started that, with you being able to test your emission systems and all that stuff via that port. And since you didn't have it in Germany, where this car was made, this is actually the afterthought. And prior to that, you had to check all your computer modules and everything through that little port under the hood, which we'll go visit after I show you why this doesn't work under BMW mode inside the e38 from the OBD2 port. So you'll click. Well, let's try something we know won't work. Let's do steering angle reset. I reckon this will work. Okay, so the ignition is on. Okay. Let's do automatic scan. Function is not supported on this vehicle. Let's try manually. This is the 7 Series. E38. Communicating, and it's going to give us the same message. Function is not supported on this vehicle. Alright. So we back up. And that's all you can do in here after BMW. Right? So you could reset your oil lamp, which is that guy right there. Now I'm like 99.9% sure you can only reset that from under the hood, but for shits and giggles, we'll try it here. Try oil lamp reset. See if it works. It's now reading vehicle information. Please wait a moment. And I'd be willing to wager it's going to say not supported on this vehicle. Which we all know you can reset it because the display's right there. Switch ignition on. It is in fact on. Reset maintenance. We'll do that too, I guess. Manual reset. Function is manual reset mode. Okay. Select the model. Seven Series. None of the above, right? Because E38's not in here. Select by chassis. And we are not seeing E38 anywhere, so we can only assume that it is not going to be here. Oh, it is. Alright, well, let's try it then. 94 through 01. Alright. Ignition key must be off. Press and hold the trip odometer. Okay, so this is actually giving me how to do it step-by-step procedure here. Because you can do it with these buttons. So according to its procedure, ignition has to be off. Press and hold the trip odometer reset button. Instrument cluster left button. Turn the ignition key to the first position. Keep the button pressed for approximately 5 seconds. So one of the following words appear in the display: oil service with reset. The service due is shown with reset. The coded minimum consumption limit has been reached and resetting is possible. Reset is not shown, minimum has not been reached, resetting is not possible. I'm guessing what that's telling me is if maybe the green lights are all still illuminated and that has not moved. I'm guessing what this is insinuating is that it hasn't really budged since last time. It's not going to allow me to reset it. Anyway, press and hold the reset button again until the word reset begins to flash. While the display is flashing, press the left button briefly to reset the service interval. After the service is shown, new intervals following will appear, and SIE system can only be reset again after 2.5 gallons, 10 liters of fuel have been consumed. Okay, so that actually explained what I just explained earlier then. So it has nothing to do with those lights, it's how long I've driven. Interesting. I wonder if I could do... I wonder then if I could do automatic instead of manual. Maybe manual mode means do it from the car, and maybe automatic mode means do it from this machine. So let's find out together, shall we? Because I actually haven't done it. Do maintenance reset. Let's do software reset. I guess we'll do automatic scan this time. We'll let it figure out that it's an E38 maybe. Okay. And as you can check, didn't do anything. Alright, so now while we're in here, the next thing we're going to go to is what happens when you click on BMW. This is going to do nothing from in here, but I'm just showing you so you know that. The old ones might be different. I can't remember if the old one E38 still had that thing under the hood, that port, or not. But here's the version. Now, in a normal BMW, anything that's like 2002 and up, you can do everything from here. You don't have to do this nonsense where I have to go out here and demonstrate that for you. But non-X3, I don't know what's so special about the X3, but there's two modes here. It's non-X3 BMW or X3. So, non-X3, you know, like why not Z8? Or, you know, why X3 of all things? Does it have its own, either it is or it isn't type of category? If you don't know, I don't know. And this is going to be a long video. It's going to be boring, too, so I'm going to apologize now. I should have apologized in advance for how boring this is. Alright, so this is what we get. Failed to communicate with the ECU. Please confirm system, blah, 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 blah. It is, but as you can see, will not connect. So this is where... Now that message is not going to occur on a regular one, but now I'm going to show you what happens if we were in a regular one, still connected to the OBD2. But what we're actually going to do is go outside, and we're going to plug this here adapter into our machine, and then we're going to do all that outside. Alright, not sure if you can see any better in here. It is the next day, may or may not be brighter, but the only thing we're doing here is not to drag this out and bore you to death any longer than I have to. We're simply going to show you what the data stream looks like inside and outside the car. Alright, so you already saw this yesterday, blah, blah, blah. So we'll do data stream. Let's just view all items. So So yesterday, load value is 2%. I'm guessing that's the engine's using 2% of its power. Engine coolant temperature is down to 150. I did drive this car. I just got it back from the court and filming that other video, which you would have already watched by the time you watch this. But engine RPM, vehicle speed 0. I imagine if I start driving around, that would change. Ignition timing, advance for cylinder, 12 to 9 degrees. Intake air temperatures at 59. Air float rate. What if that changes if I ramp it up? Not really. Oxygen sensor output. Okay, so here we got numbers that move, which is what you want to see. You don't want to see a constant number. Your oxygen sensors should be having a variable movement. Of course, we don't have any lights, which is why we have distance traveled while MIL is active, none. So that'll help if like the light came on, you're like, oh, I wonder what was happening, what could have caused that. You would be able to know exactly when it came on, could recall about what you were doing, and remember you can actually save this data, and then you'll know. But that's what it looks like, your data stream, whenever you are, you can actually view graphic, and I believe this is going to show us, okay, I can actually look at a graphic, really, so for shits and giggles, so you'd be able to do any of those things you were looking at before. You could really look at a graphic, which is going to show you, let's just do oxygen center voltage, I guess. Okay, boring, not much going on here, I guess. Except when I just hit the gas just now, then maybe. Okay, so actually this is what you want to see on an oxygen sensor graphic, is you do want to see it moving up and down. You don't want to see it constantly in one spot, because that is an indication that your oxygen sensor is bad. Mine is good, if you know how to read graphics. Alright, we'll go under the hood, and we'll do the live data of the BMW. We'll just do like transmission or something, I guess. Something easy.